best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
There's Manhertz, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Lawrence on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Manhertz there to make the grab. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. 49 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. Tannehill looking to throw. Steps away to his left. It's complete. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
To return, here's Agnew. And a nice... Return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. That caught by Manhurts. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Agnew. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhurts, the tight end. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. Again, it's Henry. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Chester Rogers, 66 yards. And this time